Hello, welcome to the first ever episode of the Open-Minded Variety Show. It's kind of a unique title because it's not snappy, catchy, you remember immediately, but it is truthful. And the reason it's truthful is because no matter what's on this channel, whether it be a current events video, politics, science, whatever it is, makeup tutorials even, it's going to have some level of open-mindedness in it because that's just the kind of people that are going to be bringing you content on this channel, especially myself. No, look, I know the shaky iPhone camera is terrible, but the reason why I'm doing this video, the first vlog, is because I want to talk about Monreith and Trayvon Martin. Now, I know that those are two totally, completely different events. One was a, homicide or self-defense, depending on how you look at it. One was an overdose, more than likely, although nobody knows that for sure. But regardless of how you look at it, two young people are dead. And, sad in their own ways, because I'm not going to stand here and say that Trayvon Martin was innocent, because he wasn't. Trayvon Martin attacked George Zimmerman. Now, was George Zimmerman racist? Did George Zimmerman take his opportunity to pull that trigger on a black person? Maybe. Maybe he did. But you can't deny eyewitness reports. When fact is fact, it's fact. And this is coming from a far-left liberal guy. It pains me to say this, but in this case, the racially charged behavior came from the African-American, the black person, Trayvon Martin. It's just, I'm trying to remember the exact quote. I can't remember exactly what he called George Zimmerman, but, you can't view this as a racial attack because it wasn't. George Zimmerman was that N-word this, N-word that, when I kill you, enter. If he had been, it would have been a lot different. You have to think about the fact that 6 women were the jurors. 6 women. On the Trayvon Martin or the state versus George Zimmerman case. Say what you will, this may sound sexist or whatever you want to call me, but I'm not, and those women did not let a murderer go. Hear me out. There's a whole lot more chance that there is a mother in those jurors than there is if it were 6 men, or even if it were a mixed group. And the fact that 6 women let George Zimmerman go doesn't mean he's innocent. But it makes me feel better to know, look, former supporter of President Obama, and still the most liberal person I know would be me. And I just can't rightfully say that George Zimmerman is guilty. And you know why? Because so was Trayvon. If they were both guilty, they were both guilty. Now, I get one is dead. But in some situations, things are just too gray. In some situations, this is just how it is. And look, when I say I'm a far-left liberal, this is coming from somebody who is anti-gun for the most part. Not outlaw them, but not a huge fan. And, with that being said, the whole stand your ground law and all that, I think is, honestly, in some ways, nonsense. But I think this this is not a proper reference to that law, because it was self-defense. He was not running from him, he was on top of him. And I mean, I know that's crazy to bring Corey Monreith up in this, but I mean, I just wanted to give a casual mention because, he may have been rich and ugly and all that stuff, but still a human being, made a mistake and is dead. And you can't fix that, So, anyway, this was a bunch of ramblings. Leave me your opinion. Tell me what I got wrong. Tell me what I got right. Not made to be offensive. One last thing I did want to mention is that racially charged violence on either side is still violence and is still wrong. And no matter what you want to say, all the people, oh, I'm so mad that Trayvon lost, or there was no justice for Trayvon. That doesn't make it alright to riot. That doesn't make it alright to do anything like that. And, it's happening. And you can't blame the race for that. You can't. Even if that's why they're doing it. It's because they say it was a racially charged crime. But it's not black people's fault. It's misinformation. It's people who are wrong. And people who listen and believe every single thing they hear. You've got to delve into fact. And I'm rambling here, I know. But anyway, first episode of the Open-Minded Variety channel. I'm probably not even going to edit this video. I'm probably just going to put it out with my pauses and my ums and my ridiculousness. But anyway, if you sat through all this crap, thank you. And don't forget to like if you did, dislike if you didn't, and subscribe if you care. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming to this channel, so thank you.